Hey, listen. Take this relationality moment to heart for a second. Take it to heart for a second. Just for a moment, I want you to ponder this. If you continue to live in your relationships from a measure of tit for tat, you will be hit pretty hard. You'll be hit pretty hard. Your soul will end up taking a mighty blow. But when you deal in relationships, truly, heart to heart, from heart to heart, you'll be touched. And touched in a way that's transformational. In a way that actually moves you from the tit for tat transactional relationships into the heart to heart transformation of relationships. The part that our soul really longs for. That space where we're really truly seen. That space where we're really truly understood. And not even necessarily understood, but deeply believed to be a divine being. Deeply believed to have worth beyond words, beyond measure, right? And I'm not talking about the worth and things that we place value to. You know, our numbers are always off. our measuring stick, our measuring tape, all that stuff, it's always off because it's man created. But the depth of our worth is creator created. It's God created. It can't be changed no matter how much you do. Listen, whether somebody step on you, slap you, spit on you, throw you in the garbage, crumble you up, or do anything, that worth is not really shifted. And that's what I'm talking about when we start to deal with one another from a place of heart to heart. Heart to heart. And we're more transformational in our dealings with one another instead of transactional or tit for tat. Again, if you want to live a relationship that's going to be based on tit for tat, you're going to get hit. If it's based on, well, I did this for you, and you need to do this for me, and if I do, and we do that in this transactional way, and it's not saying that our relationships should not carry certain levels of mutuality, or that they shouldn't carry some measures where you're pouring out and there's pouring coming back in. I'm not saying that. When we all truly align to this, when we all really align to real, true, divine philosophies for relationship. The word philosophy just simply means love of wisdom, right? When we really truly align to relational wisdom or relational philosophies that really truly speak heart to heart, we go from being hit to being touched in a way that really matters, touched in a way that really transformed our life, right? That's very simple to really think about, and it can be applied on many levels of relationships. And again, my heart goes out when you're in relationships with people and you're not being loved properly. My heart goes out when you're in relationships with others and you're just not really truly being seen. And it's not even necessarily sometimes anybody's fault per se, but sometimes we're just not seen, or sometimes our eyes are not open and enlightened to actually see the glory that stands before us, right? When we stand before one another, folks, when we stand before one another, there's a glory that's there. There's a glory that's there, and a lot of times, either it's our personalities, our ways of being, our closed minds, or whatever you want to call it. It could be a myriad of things, just our mind, be absent-mindedness. A lot of times we're absent-minded instead of present. Truly present with those that we are in relationship with those that we love, with those that we encounter on a day-to-day basis. Are we operating from being absent-minded, or are we operating from really truly being present? There's a glory there when we're present. When we come to that table, baby, God shows up. When we come to that table of dealing heart to heart, truly heart to heart, doesn't mean that everything is going to be easy to navigate. But the truth is, when we come heart to heart, we come in a way that most of the world is not really truly operating in. A lot of people come sincerely meaning what they mean in the moment that they mean it. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're truly coming from the essence of their heart and the pureness of their heart, the wholeness of their heart, right? The wholeness, holiness, the purity. The focus is being right or wrong instead of just being righteous, right? And I've said a lot, and those of you who really kind of get what I'm saying, understand what I'm saying. But again, if we continue to operate in our relationships from a mentality of tit for tat, I'm only going to do for you what you do for me. These are the attitudes that we take, and I get why we get there, and I totally understand it, and I struggle with it myself, right? But the wisdom on the inside of me says nothing will ever change when you operate that way. Nothing will ever move to transformation when you operate that way. So the only really way to make this work is to move from the tit for tat and getting hit into the space of heart to heart and being touched, so that we can be transformed and that our relationships can be real, true reflections of the image of God that bears down on the deep inside of who we really are, right? That unconditional love that is longing to express itself in a way that is liberating, and in a way that considers us, that is inclusive, and in a way that causes us to thrive and not just have to survive one another's hits. All right? I am love for you, and I hope that with all of my being, in the depths of my soul, I really truly hope that you would be love for me too. All right? Peace, folks, and I'll holler at you on another day.